Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Africa Budget Pellet Gunner. And as I mentioned in the comments recently, we're definitely going to be doing a lot more springers, and I want to show you the one today. So this is a Gamo CF-30. This is second hand, and it's going to be a little bit of a project gun for me. So you're not going to be seeing this shot anytime soon. It's got quite a bit of work that it needs. But yeah, I think when I'm done with it, it's really going to end up being a very, very nice rifle. So let me show you what needs a little bit of work. So first things first, if you look here, you'll see that there's one of the stock screws that are missing. This one is on this side, other one is missing, and once I've removed the stock, I actually found that the stock screw is broken inside. So that's the first thing I'm going to fix to make sure that the stock can tighten up properly. And then, I don't know if you'll be able to see this, but it's actually loose inside the stock. So this back screw over here seems like is a little bit too long, therefore it doesn't tie it down nicely. So we're going to have a look at that and fix that as well. So with the springer, it's absolutely critical that the stock is nice in place and not moving around on you. So definitely the first things we're going to fix. So after that, once I'm done with that, I want to redo this stock. It is actually quite a very nice stock. I believe this is beech. So I want to just sand everything down nicely, give it a new finish, just to get it back to the way it should be. And then I also want to do some work on the trigger. I want to do a little bit of work on the breech. So this one actually has a pop-up breech, so once you cock the rifle, this breech pops up and then you can load your pellet like that. And this is a 177 caliber, so looking forward to shooting this a whole lot. And yeah, so for today's video, what I'm going to show you is I'm going to fix this that you see here at the back, this that the stock is a bit loose. I'm going to fix that, and then also going to see if I can remove this other screw that is broken off inside here. Alright, so let's get to work. First things first, let's remove the stock. And to remove the stock is very easy. It's got 3 screws, and obviously the one is missing in this case, and then the stock should come right off. There you can see clearly that's the right hole, the hole that's still fine. And on the other side, you see the bolt that's broken off inside the hole. And here I started to figure out what's happening at the back, why that back bolt didn't want to tighten. And what happened is that piece that holds the trigger in place had actually come a little bit loose, so that caused us not to win there. Alright, now we're punching that broken bolt, just putting a nice punch on there so that we can be able to drill down the middle. So when drilling these fine kind of things, you always want to do it a bit slower the better. And yeah, so I actually started off here with a smaller drill bit, and then later decided that this wasn't working and went to a bigger drill bit. And once I was finished drilling, I tapped it, and I'm actually now tapping it with the M6 instead of a M5, which it originally was. And the reason for this was just because the hole was so badly damaged that I had to go bigger. Hey everyone, what an absolute battle. So turns out this screw at the back was actually not too much of a problem. It was just a little bit of misalignment, so that one cranks down nicely now. So we managed to fix that. The front, however, that was a different story altogether. So, let me show you what I had to do. Alright, so originally this was a 5mm hole, and now I actually had to, because this one was so badly damaged, I had to basically drill it out to 5mm, and after drilling it, re-tap it to a 6mm. So this is now a 6mm hole, drilled and tapped. And because I had to do that, that also means I had to slightly enlarge these holes on the stock as well. So now I've got two 6mm, but in the long run I think this might actually work out in my favor, because it means I've got a little bit more clamping pressure, so there should be less chance of these bolts coming loose whilst shooting, so perhaps a good thing. So let me put this all back together again. It's all a little bit fiddly because it's got this. So it has this little kind of like a bracket, and that goes around this piece here which holds the trigger in place. But to try and put this thing all together, kind of need to do that first. There we go. And let's drop these in. And one thing I always try and do is never tighten down one specific screw at a time. So just gonna allow it just to catch. Okay, so those two are caught. Just going to catch this back one. Alright, so I'm going to tighten this back one down, and it's going to need to really over tighten it, but we definitely don't want it to come loose either. So to tighten down these front ones, I now need a 5mm Allen key, which is actually quite big, but I can really tighten it nicely now and know that it's not going to come loose. So perhaps blessing in disguise. I'm assuming that's why the other one broke off in the first place, because they couldn't get it nice and tight. So it kept coming loose. So what does that mean? I over tightened it, broke off. There we go. As tight as can be, absolutely no movement in there. So definitely first job done, happy with that. Next I'm going to do the stock over, but before I do the stock, I think what I'm going to do, I have shot it once or twice, it's very loud, so I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to try what they call a grease tune or a lube tune, and so basically what that is just filling up the spring port with grease. You've got nothing to lose, and let's try it, see how it works, and then we'll take it from there. So next time we can do the loop tune, let's see how it works. Till next time guys, happy shooting, see you around.